What's goody? I'm Queen G22, Ninja Turtles gaming, geek stuff, and travel. And hello, Eastman and Lairds Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The first Turtles, the originals, the sketch pieces by Eastman and Laird, and this set is by NECA. It has been a minute. We have been on a Super 7 roll, and today we are going to rock out this piece by NECA. I am really excited to finally get to this box. This box has just been sitting along with my other boxes ready to unbox, and I wish I had time I had got to this sooner, because when I went to Granite State Con, I saw quite a few people brought this with them and had Kevin Eastman sign it, and I think that is such a totally cool idea, because NECA did this in celebration for the 40th anniversary for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So I think next year, because I will be at Granite State Con, I'm gonna have Eastman sign this, or maybe I'll probably have him sign it somewhere else, because that line is ridiculous. But I am on the hunt to finally meet Peter Laird, and if I could get him to sign this at some point, that would be awesome. So let's get to these first turtles. They've been out for a while, but this is first for me, so let's check out the box. First of all, this is so cool that they did this a little special, a little bit different, because it is the 40th anniversary. They've got Eastman and Laird's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and First Turtles, and this might be, I think this, yeah, this is the front. This is the front. So it's kind of got this light, sketchy look, kind of, which is awesome, because these turtles, these figures, are based off of the original sketches that were made in 1984 in Dover, New Hampshire. I was 2 years old. Yeah, I was. But that's just something that's really cool. And funny story, when NECA was talking about these, I was like, oh my God, I just want Donatello. I was freaking out, right? I'm like, why do they always sell all the turtles together? Well, technically they can be Donatello. They can be whoever you want, because it's just the first sketches of the turtles. So yeah, thank you, TMNT Sensei, for telling me, just dude, calm down. You can have your Donatello. On the back though, this is really neat. It's kind of like this holographic type look, and you guys can see that. So this is definitely one of those collector's boxes that you're gonna wanna keep. And so yeah, I'm not gonna throw this away, because I just love this holographic look. And then also it's got a few more different poses of the original sketches that Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird did. So, and it's just really, really neat. And it says first TMNT, Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird. On the side, it says 40th anniversary. No, it says 40 years of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And how awesome is that? Fun fact, there are a lot of things that are 40th year anniversary. 1984 was one hell of a year. I think Transformers celebrated 40 years, and maybe Ghostbusters, I don't know, but a lot of awesome stuff, geek stuff, is celebrating 40 years. So 1984 was really something special, outside of the fact that I was 2 years old, which also makes 1984 special as well. And then on the other side, we just got like this close-up pick up the original sketches. So if I am correct, Kevin Eastman's sketch is the bigger one, and Peter Laird's sketch is the skinnier one. And don't forget that these sketches were made to be a joke, and then it took off to be something so much cooler. So let's crack off and open this box up. Slip cover, right, for our collector's box. And then once we do that, we can see our Eastman and Laird's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and you can see our big ass, like super thick ass Kevin Eastman sketch, and then Peter Laird's sketch is a little bit more smaller, petite turtle, I think, which I'm a fan of. And then down below it says the first Turtles by Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird. We've got Nickelodeon and NECA up top. On the back, we have some poses to give you guys some ideas of how you might want to pose your turtles and however you want to have them. And then next to it, we've got all these other figures: Shredder, Triceratops, Splinter, Last Ronin, just to name a few. There's a whole bunch of them here, and it says to be continued. So as we know, this whole Eastman and Laird's line, they're going through and making all the figures. So it's just freaking awesome. All right, let's get to these turtles. Open this up. I have already taken the rubber bands off, because as we know, NECA and the rubber band situation is very serious. Once you pull out the turtles, in the back, we've got some more sketches. We can see first TMNT, Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird, and we can see some of those sketches, which is neat. So like I said, this is one of those boxes you're probably gonna keep, especially if you're a collector. Am I gonna pose mine? Absolutely. I'm taking these figures out and they're going straight into the glass case, because that's what I do. Okay, so we're gonna start with the left. So we are gonna start with Kevin Eastman's original sketch. Now, this boy is a thick-ass boy. He comes with, that just fell off, but he comes with nunchucks kind of tucked away in his little wristband here. See if I can put that back in there. There it goes. And this guy, he looks like this is a legit turtle, right? This isn't the turtles who we celebrate now today. Like, this looks like a actual turtle, and he's got some bandanas on him and some stuff to turn him into a ninja. I love the NECA style on how they're doing this whole entire line with the Eastman and Lairds, on how it looks like these figures came straight out of the comics. They look fantastic. So the face that comes with this one, he's kind of like chill, right? Like, this turtle looks like he doesn't want any problems. He doesn't want the smoke. He really just wants to go about his business and live his life. This turtle looks super chill. His eyes, we have great detail on his whole entire body, like to give it some texture and to give it some detail and some look on it. As always with the NECA figures, we have really good articulation. And it's kind of hard to have a whole lot of articulation because of the style of the way that these turtles are designed. But NECA did a good job giving you some articulation so that you can move them a little bit. We've got elbow, we've got wrist, and when the hand swaps actually come with the wrist articulation, so you can move them around a little bit. But I mean, look at that hand, dude. Like, that's just like a big ass hand. There's not a whole lot that you can do with that hand. So NECA, you know, they really did that the best that they could. Particular sketch by Eastman, this neck, dude, he's got a hella long ass freaking neck. So they made it so you can move the neck, and then of course you have the head swap, so the head changes and you can move the head as well. Big ass shell, it doesn't come off, dude. This thing is tough. Like I said, this is a legitimate turtle, but I love the detail on the shell, especially how NECA did a really good job with the detail on this shell versus the detail on the shell that Peter Laird did. You can totally see the different artistic styles in these figures. And so, yeah, this one, he's got some good detail. He's got some scratches, the indentation work, the matte paint, dude. Like, this is great. I also love this green. This is just like a basic ass green that doesn't really say what kind of green, which turtle this could be. It's really up to your imagination. And I know that there's someone that's gonna be like, well, actually, Kevin Eastman's first sketch was Raphael, da-da-da, or whatever the hell, dude. Nobody cares. Dude, this turtle can be whoever you want it to be, and this is Donatello for me. Both of them. Both of them are Donatello because I like Donatello. So unfortunately, I only have one bow staff, but this is freaking Donatello to me, regardless of who did the research and found out who they decided it was gonna be. I don't freaking care. He looks pretty great. So he's got our normal type stuff, elbow pads, some wristbands, and then what could be a knee or an ankle, because he doesn't really have kneecaps. So maybe he's like an ankle pad, but it looks like it's a knee pad. But then again, like I said, like, he's a freaking turtle, like a legit turtle. So yeah, it is what it is. On the back, we do have a little tail here, and the tail moves a little bit too, which is nice. So you don't really get a whole lot of movement, but if you wanna put your tail in a certain position, you can do that. Up top, we do have one head swap, and I didn't mention, but on the one that the head swap that he comes with, the bandana does move as well, so you can pose that depending on how the wind's blowing. But on the head swap, this bandana doesn't move. It's gonna stay where it's at, and you get an angry face. This turtle face is angry. He is pissed off. He is upset. He looks like he was disturbed, and now he's angry that he has to put some energy into whatever is happening right now. But you do have the chill face that it comes with, and then you have the angry face that it comes with. And we all know NECA's not sloppy. They do a great job. So you've got wonderful paint and the details with the teeth and showing the grimace. There's no overlap in the paint, and you can clearly see the way that his eyes are slanted. His little eyeballs, dude. This is your angry face that you would get with your Eastman figure. So you get one head swap, which is neat. But I mean, ultimately, these aren't turtles that you're gonna be really posing. So I think it was great that they didn't try to put a whole bunch of accessories to this, because this is more of just like a collector's edition and, you know, a celebratory thing for the 40 years. Next to that head, we have his nunchuck, or a twirling nunchuck. Because remember what I said, he comes with an actually both of them. Both of them actually have a nunchuck tucked into their little wristband, so you have that option. But then they also comes with a twirling nunchuck, and this one, it moves, dude. Like, this is really cool. It moves moves a whole lot actually. So, I mean, this is great for those of you that are toy photographers and wanna, you know, do stuff. You can do a lot with this, which is nice because we usually don't get this type of movement with the twirling. It's just kind of you pop the twirl on there and then it stays, but you can even move the handle and you can twirl the nunchuck. So that's really neat. Next to that, now we're gonna take a look at Peter Laird's sketch turtle. Now this is much different compared to Kevin Eastman's figure. This is a little guy. Like his hands compared to Eastman's sketched hands, Eastman sketches hands, his hands are huge, right? This little guy, he's a little sweet little guy. Like this is Donatello. He's got little hands. He also comes with a nunchuck tucked into his little wristband, small shoulders. And this is what I was talking about on the shell compared to the Eastman sketch. Like you can just see the difference in the characteristics and the personalities of the two artists. This one's, he's kind of got like these little bumps and stuff and scuffs, where Eastman's got more of the lines and Laird has more of the circles, especially the shape of the turtle as well. These are totally different turtles from totally different families, right? And it shows in these sketches. He's got these little ass arms. He's not as bulky as Eastman's sketch, but his shell looks good. And yeah, and this is a tough ass figure too. I don't know why I decided to knock on it, but this is a tough ass figure. This one's got a tad bit, a little bit more articulation. I mean, because he's actually has knees, right? He actually has a whole leg, whereas Eastman's figure was just kind of like a stump. But he's got a whole little leg, so he's got knee movement, he's got ankle movement. You can turn his little foot and his little wrist. I just think he's so adorable. Like he's so sweet. The only thing that's kind of like interesting about this guy is his neck is way longer. He's got a long ass super neck. It's kind of creepy, but I mean, he is a freaking turtle. And the bandana, which clearly Laird's bandana covers the nose completely, whereas Eastman's just kind of covers the eyes. And this bandana, it twirls as well. So you can move it a little bit depending on how the wind blowing and what type of motion you have this figure in. So they're both the same color green. Yeah, so you can essentially make them whichever turtles you want to make them, but it's just really neat how the difference in the artistic style comes out in these figures. Next to Laird, we do have a head swap, and this is his angry face. So you get a chill face, even though the face that comes with Laird's kind of gives off a Raphael vibe. He just kind of looks like, please say something so that we can get to work, but he doesn't look as chill and relaxed as Eastman's original sketch, but I guess that this is his chill look. And then his head swap, where he's grimacing, he's showing teeth, he's definitely pissed off on this one. He's got his little eyebrows are kind of slanted down. There's no eyeball, like where Eastman's, he actually has like a pupil. There's no pupil on the Laird one, so that's pretty cool. I love these so much. And with the head swap, you can actually move the bandana. I mean, they're not super long bandanas. Eastman had the longer bandana and Laird has got the shorter bandanas, but both of them are posable, so you can move that as well. To the right, we've got this thing, which I say in every single turtle unboxing. I don't know what this is. I just know that police use them, sometimes appropriately and sometimes not appropriately, but you get one of these to beat somebody's ass with it. To the right of that, you get a bow staff for your Donatello. And then how both figures come with the nunchucks tucked into their sleeve, you also get an open dangling nunchuck, which actually comes with a little piece so that you can actually flop it around. You can't hurt anybody with this thing, but you can use this when you're posing as well. So you get some pretty good accessories with this thing. We lift this thing up and see what's below it. We get some more stuff. All right, to the top left, we get another nunchuck, which is nice. And then we get two katanas. So when you pose these two turtles, you gotta pick which one is gonna be which, or you could just have them both stand there without holding any weapons, right? Because they didn't give you two sets of weapons, like a set of possible turtle variations for each figure, so you gotta pick. But so you do get one set of katanas, and the detail on this thing is freaking great, dude. You can actually see the wrapping is kind of got this gold, a red wrap with like this gold, could be whatever underneath it, diamonds or something like this, but the details on these little katanas are really good. They even have notches, a notch in the blade part. So yeah, these are definitely gonna hurt, and you get two of those, so that's cool. And then we get two sais. Aren't you happy I didn't say eyes this time? You get two sais, and these also have really good detail on the wrap as well. Like NECA never plays around. They put as much detail in it that they can to give it, you know, the depth that it needs to paint a scene, but you get two really good looking sais. And then below that, you get a hand swap for each. You get a big ass hand for Kevin Eastman's sketch. And this is a closed grip so that you can actually put your weapons in the hands. Whereas both turtles, the way that they come, they just have open hands. And then you get a hand swap of closed grip hands for Laird's little sketch. Look at these little hands. Aren't these adorable? I love these little hands. So yeah, you get not a whole bunch of stuff, but you get like enough stuff to pose your turtles and celebrate 40 years of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So with that, let's take a better look at NECA's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Eastman and Laird's first sketch turtles. Freaking dope, right? Let me know what you guys think about these turtles. Did you guys pick these up? Did you go celebrate 40 years of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'm Queen G 22.